Midway through her freshman season, Madison Herring faced a life-altering process that almost cost her everything.
As we started practicing, I noticed I really couldn't lift my arm above here, and my arm started swelling. I was like, well, this is weird. I probably slept on my arm wrong. It's nothing.
She calls me and said, when I lift my arm up, it's painful, my veins turn black. I was like, all right, go to the hospital. She went and they ended up finding 5 blood clots in her shoulder, from her jugular and her neck all the way down to her wrist.
As the blood clots continued to persist, Madison was transferred to a hospital in Greenville, where doctors revealed an interesting choice.
The doctor said we have a couple options. You can get a rib removed and have the opportunity to possibly play again, or blood thinners the rest of your life, and on blood thinners you wouldn't be able to.
And they're like, if you're on blood thinners, you cannot play softball. And I was like, you can take it out right now. My decision was made. I couldn't just quit like that. I couldn't go without taking a chance. I've played too much ball. I've put too much, taken too much off, and lost too many things just to not give up like that.
The operation is one of only a handful of cases for college athletes in the country suffering from what is called Paget-Schroeder syndrome, where blood clots form in the deep veins of a patient.
I have this knot under my arm that we can't get to go away, because when they actually remove my rib, they remove part of a muscle too. So it's like the muscle's trying to grow back and attach, but there's really nothing it can attach to. So we actually use foam, and we rub foam all over it to try to get the feeling back, but the hardest part is when my hand goes numb.
Madison returned to Amanda Littlejohn Stadium, watching her teammates play from the sideline, only to suffer more discomfort as the blood clots started to affect her lungs.
She started feeling kind of shortness of breath, lightheaded, so she went back to the hospital. And they found hematoma and her lung collapsed, which she actually flatlined when her lung collapsed, and they brought her back to life.
Over the next 9 months, Madison worked multiple times per day with the training staff, regaining strength and mobility in her left arm.
Madison has gone, for lack of other words, through hell and back to be here for our team.
Playing softball is a challenge for her every day.
As we start getting later in the year and later in the week, I can start to tell my body is getting so tired.
She's constantly tight in her arm. So for any other athlete, they get tight and they're like, hey, I can't do it, will you get this knot out? Her knot really doesn't come out.
Some days it's like, you don't need to move your arm, you can't sleep on your arm, you just need to take some ice, lay down, and stop doing it. You need to calm down. And I finally reached a level with myself where I tell myself, okay, we need to stop. Whereas before I was like, nope, I'm not stopping until you make me.
It's a very dangerous situation to be in, and when she was in the hospital and everything else going on, she sat watching our games on the live stream, and she sat keeping up with the stats. She was in the hospital for weeks at a time, and it didn't faze her.
Her biggest test came back on the diamond for the season opener against St. Francis, proving to herself and her teammates that she could fight to play the game she loved.
The St. Francis series, that was when I was really like, okay, you really have to step up, you have to prove a point. You have to prove that you're supposed to be out here.
She's a girl that everybody can look at and say, listen, this kid has been through a lot. This player, this teammate, this friend has been through a lot in a year, and she's busting her tail every single day to try to help us become better and reach the goals that we have set forth for this season.
The sophomore third baseman leaned on her teammates for support, not yet realizing the impact she left on them.
When I came back, they were like, oh, we're ready for you to get back. We want you to lead off. We need you to come steal bases. We need you to do this. And the fact that I had people, not only my family and stuff, but my friends pushing me to tell me, okay, we need you to come back. We're ready for you to come back. That really helped me.
She's just absolutely powered through it, and it's just amazing to watch and to know that she just loves the game so much that she does everything she can to get back out there no matter what.
She elected to have the surgery to remove her rib so she could play softball. She loves the game that much, she loves her teammates that much, and she wanted to be there for us, and she wanted to be a part of this program, be a part of this team, and I can't think of anybody I respect more than her.
Herring continues to put her best foot forward, letting her performance on the field and toughness returning to the game speak for itself.
You know that every second you're going to get her absolute best regardless, and she's going to work through it whether you feel like she needs to or not.
It just dawned on me how much she cares for us, not only as players and teammates, but as people. She wanted to be there for us, support us, play for us, and ultimately, win.
Playing through pain and discomfort in her arm, Herring powered through, starting 44 games for the Camels this season, hitting .285 while stealing 29 bases.
She's probably the toughest athlete I've ever worked with. I've worked with football players, men's lacrosse players. and she will fight through any kind of pain to be there for her teammates.
Our girls have done a great job of accepting adversity and pushing through it. And I believe whether or not people think about it or not, you can get that strength, and you can take some of that strength from a person like Madison, who's been through massive amounts of adversity herself, just to be able to be on the team and to be a part of this.
Her strength comes from within. Her support continues to flock in. And now Madison wants to make the most of her second chance.
I look forward to coming to practice now. Like, I look forward to coming to play, and I look forward to seeing all the girls that have been here with me. And I'm still pumped every day I come out here. Like, it's a blessing. Like, I shouldn't be out here. I'm defying all odds right now.